Yes, yes. Northerners United back again. Another episode of Real Talk. Today, new guest again, Affy. How you doing, bro? You all right?
I'm good, man. Good, are you?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. All good, man. Can't complain. But yeah,
Good.
we're going to be discussing the top 10 Premier League goal scorers of all time. So yeah, man, let's get into this. Obviously, you're what, maybe like 8 years older than me. So you've got a bit more knowledge
Yeah.
of your Shearers and
Yeah.
so we'll go into them. But yeah, who kind of sticks out in your mind from the last, say, 20 years, 30 years?
I mean, like, it's got to be like when you talk about Premier League top goal scorers, the two names that pop up in anyone's head would probably be Henry and Shearer, without a doubt. It's got to be Henry and Shearer. They like proper game changers. You know what I mean? Any game you put them in, they would make a difference without a doubt. Whether they had a good team around him, whether not so good team around him, whether it's a big team, whether it's a small team, you put them in any squad in the Premier League, they're the two names that come to your head.
That's true. It's the consistency, like you say, in the big teams, the small teams, they produce the goods when it matters, no matter who they're playing against, and that's what the best players do. But yeah, it's funny you mentioned, obviously, Shearer, Henry, they're the top two on the list. So Shearer, 441 appearances in the Premier League, 260 goals. So that's a goals per game ratio of 0.59. So yeah, and he was injured for 3 years as well. So when you think about it,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it could have been 350, near 400. But yeah, talk on Shearer, man. Because obviously I don't remember as much. Like when I was like 7 years old, it was 2002. So Shearer, he did a lot of this stuff before that. So yeah, talk on Shearer and how kind of his impact on the Premier League.
On his impact on the Premier League.
Yeah.
The thing with Shearer, and this is why I've gone for Shearer as number one. I've chosen Shearer over Henry. And I know a lot of people will like me, no, it's Henry over Shearer. Henry over Shearer. He's won more, blah, 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 etc. But look what Shearer achieved and look what club he did it with. People tend to forget Newcastle United at that time, and he was banging in goals for fun. I think they were like mid-table or something at the most. Probably getting close to Europa League, but they weren't up there. Do you know what I mean? And you didn't have a special team around him. And the question arises, like, you got to think, if Henry was put in that Newcastle squad, would he have produced the goods as Shearer did? I don't think so.
No, it's a fair point. Like, you had your Newcastle. I think the highest they finished was like fourth one year, so Champions League. But they were never up there. Like you said, obviously Blackburn was a big one, where he actually won the league with Blackburn. Like, who would have thought? Like, you talk about the teams today that haven't won the league, and you think Blackburn has got one, and it's just like, it's crazy when you think about it, how far they've fallen. But yeah, man, obviously you've got Henry as well. Vavavoom, the pace, the finesse.
What's that again?
Henry, we got Henry as well. Obviously, the Vavavoom opening his body, that finesse into the top right. I think his goals per game ratio is 0.68, so slightly higher, but he was just a different kind of player, wasn't he? Really, he had the assists. Shearer had a lot of assists as well. I think he was just a different kind of forward. But yeah, man. What do you remember about Henry?
Henry, I mean, look, Henry was class. Henry's a different type of. Shearer was more like your no nonsense, old-fashioned striker. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Henry brought a bit of modernisation to the game, didn't it? With his like kind of flair touch and stuff, and like cool his first touch and then his speed and the way he dribbled. Shearer was much of a dribbler, was he? Shearer was just give me the ball and I'll put it in the back of the net.
That's it.
Henry, he got the ball. He did a bit of showboating. He took people on. Weren't afraid to take people on. So that's why I think a lot of people will probably give Henry the edge, because he wasn't afraid to take people on and do something out of a tough situation where he's like tight and under pressure from the defenders.
Yeah.
Well, Shearer he'd probably just pass the ball, but Henry he won't be shy to take the defender on, go into the box and maybe like take two free defenders and then finish it. Like that goal against Tottenham, that stands out.
Yeah,
everyone knows that goal. When you think of Henry in the Premier League, that goal just stands out for you. You know,
yeah.
Henry's like different level. I mean, he just brought a breath of fresh air into the Premier League and gave Shearer some competition. But I still think Shearer tops him.
Yeah, man, 100%. I think obviously when he came from Monaco, he started as a winger, and Wenger converted him to a forward, and like it was probably the best move he's ever done because that kind of flair, like you say, the kind of elegance he brought to the British game, it was just something different, wasn't it? But yeah, man, looking after that, Aguero. So he's obviously still playing now, 0.69 game, and he's coming up to his 32nd birthday. Yeah, Aguero, I don't know. He scored a lot against United, obviously, the team that me and you support. But I don't know. I've never really been afraid of him as such. I don't know why. I think it's just when I watch him play, I don't think he's not able to like hold the ball as well as other strikers I've seen, like Rude or people will go on to in a bit. But Aguero, he's up there, isn't he? Like in the greats of all time.
Oh, definitely, absolutely. I mean, with Aguero, I've got him number 4 on my list on the top 10. I've got Shearer, Henry, Rooney, and then I've got Aguero because obviously Aguero will though in probably like in let's say in 5 years' time from now, Aguero will probably be, if he carries on in this form that he's on. Yeah. Obviously this season not been as good as he was last season, but he is unbelievable. The amount, the consistency with Aguero.
Yeah.
I think, does he beat Shearer and Henry in consistency? I think he probably does, you know.
Yeah, in terms of goals per game, he's slightly higher than Henry and he's significantly higher than Shearer. So and the thing is, he's still going as well. He's got 5 goals more than Henry already, and he's 80 behind Shearer. So I don't think he'll catch Shearer, but statistically he's better than Henry. But obviously nostalgia and everything, I think people will obviously always put Henry above him. But yeah, you mentioned Rooney. Let's go on to Wazza because obviously the one captain, and he was always apart from that season in 2009, he was always supporting someone else. You had when he came, obviously there was Rude. You had who else do we have? Obviously played with Ollie. He had Berber, Tevez,
Ronaldo.
Obviously Cristiano. You had so many like players he played with, so it wasn't even all about him. But he still got the goals. That's the thing. He's still got 208 goals in nearly 500 games. So you're looking at like 0.42 conversion. So yeah, man. What do you remember about Rooney?
Yeah, what people have got to give Rooney credit for, he's like the fairy tale story for the Premier League. Comes onto the scene, 16 years old, smacks that banger in against Arsenal, unforgettable. And you never forget the commentary. Remember the name Wayne Rooney, and you will not forget it. When it comes to football, the Premier League, like the young star coming on the scene and making it, coming onto the scene like that, Wayne Rooney definitely comes to mind. But what you got to give Rooney credit for, like I was saying before, is he scored he's like the highest scoring Manchester United striker, but he was doing it out of position as well, because he wasn't always played as number 9 centre forward, was he?
Yeah.
Ferg used to play him on the right sometimes, or attacking midfielder sometimes, and he was still getting the goals. So that's why I put him above Aguero, because as a goal scorer, he's done it from different positions. Aguero's always been number 9. Yeah. And he's done it in different formats. So the overhead kick, he's got lots of good headers, the free kicks. Whereas Aguero, I just think he doesn't do them sort of goals, is he? Like the overhead kicks, the snappy, the headers. He's not really much of a header, is he?
No.
He's just a finisher. The clinical finisher, a great finisher. Yeah. That's why I put Rooney above him, because of the overall kind of charisma that he brings to it.
I'd agree with that. Yeah, 100%. Different kind of goals. Aguero can obviously occasionally bang it from 25 yards, but the vast majority are in and around the area, and those little nitty ones. Basically, he's a rich man's Hernandez, Chicharito, Aguero. He's a rich man's Chicharito. But yeah, on the United team as well, Ruud van Nistelrooy, he was clinical, like 0.64 goals per game. So 95 goals in 149 games is an absolute monster, wasn't he? Like, he's just got a ridiculous ratio. But yeah, man, Rude. He was probably one that I remember vaguely, especially the Champions League games. Remember when it was on ITV? And yeah, the ones on ITV with Rude. Yeah, they were. He's just a monster. Like, he just didn't let anything go. Everything, he just put his foot through it, but he knew where the goal was, didn't he?
Yeah, Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. He was a man. He was a bit more of a clever striker, where he read the game really well. He doesn't quite make it in my top 5, because I've put Drogba ahead of him, because but we'll go on to Drogba later. But with Van Nistelrooy, he just had everything for a striker. He had the height, the way he brought the ball down when it was passed over to him in the air, he chested it and bring it down. It's kind of like a trademark thing for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then control it. And then that goal against Fulham, no one will never forget. Mad goal, absolutely mad goal.
Finish.
Just that goal alone. Yeah, just that goal alone puts him in the top 10.
Yeah, legit. That goal and the one against Charlton as well. I think it was Rooney, left foot cross, took it on his chest, spun the defender, and banged it top left. It was just mad.
He brought stuff to the Premier League that no one ever seen before.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As soon as Beckham or Ryan Giggs or Paul Scholes got the ball, you'll see Lister make his run already.
Yeah.
That was unseen at that time.
No, 100%. And obviously you mentioned Drogba as well. Similar kind of player in terms of that kind of power, that technique, but also he could bang it if he needed to. But again, a lot of his goals came in the box, and 0.41 goals, 104 goals in 254 games. And he scored a lot of important goals as well. I think that's what's obviously a lot of them within like and stuff. And, talking about Premier League here, but as a player overall, semis, finals, he was scoring them big goals, important goals, wasn't he?
Yeah, big game player, massive game player. Big game player. First person you put on your team sheet in any big game, Drogba. If you were a charity manager, that's definitely 100%.
100%.
Bullish. He's very bullish, wasn't he? And like very you could tell defenders had a sense of fear.
Yeah.
When it comes to Drogba, but they probably didn't with Henry or Shearer, because they probably thought, okay, I'm ready for the challenge. But Drogba, before the game started, you can tell, Drogba's got this guy, or this guy's got a chance against Drogba.
That's true.
Yeah, his presence in the box, he was such big. He's like, he took a lot of space in the box. He was so wide as well. So like the bullet headers, so many of the examples of them from corners. But yeah, Drogba, different kind of ball. Yeah,
100%. It was a pleasure to watch, and that obviously the goal that we all remember is the one in the final against Bayern Munich. That header, 87th minute, past Neuer, top corner, like that. That is Drogba. The power, the strength, the precision.
Did he come on as a sub in that game? Didn't he?
I can't remember. But yeah, man, he was just an absolute animal. Back to the United theme, Andy Cole. Again, he went around the block a bit. 187 goals, 414 appearances, 0.45 goals per game ratio. So he was a monster. When he was at United, obviously he won the treble. That goal against Spurs on that game that won us the league. Man, obviously again, you'll know more about Coley, and you'll remember like more watching him than me. How was it watching Andy Cole?
Andy Cole was just amazing. Andy Cole was just like, the United fans made a song. Andy Cole gets the ball and scores a goal. And that was literally it. He got the ball and he put it back in the net. Simple. It was like, but he didn't have that kind of like the power that Shearer had, or the skill and the flair that Henry brought to the game. He was just more of getting into the right space at the right time. People used to call him a goal langer from when I was a kid, or like the non-United fans. Oh, Andy Cole, he's just a goal langer, But he got the goals. He was a no-nonsense goal scorer. Just getting the goals on the board. That's it. That's all he was about. His finishing was clinical. That's what I think set him apart. He just knew. If you see a lot of Andy Cole's goals, they're in the corner of the net, and it's very difficult to find the corner of the net. On the ground as well. No nonsense. Get the ball, take the keeper on, or go around the keeper, curl it past him. Not many people could do that.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, funny you mentioned that because I was going to go on to the next guy who knows how to find the corners, Harry Kane. Again, Harry Kane, like Aguero, still playing now, 136 goals, 201 games. Goals per game ratio 0.68, I think that's the highest on this list, or maybe second highest. Let me have a look. Yeah, he's just under Aguero, same as Henry. We still got you, yeah, you're there. But yeah, he's clinical. He knows how to find the corners, doesn't he, Harry Kane?
Harry Kane, at the moment, I think he's a bit down on my list because he's quite new to the scene, still.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of years in the Premier League where he's really made his mark. But if he goes on, this is the challenging time for him now. How he comes back after a big injury, because what you got to remember, all these players had big injuries as well, but they came back and they still continued. Like you see, a lot of players after big injuries are not the same.
Yeah, they go down.
So this is a massive test for him. He's got all the characteristics to be like maybe even number one in this list. Harry Kane, like he's got the height, he's got the presence, he's got the finishing. Finishing is absolutely amazing. And again, he's similar to Rooney in all the different types of finishes that he does, like the volleys, the chips, the lobs, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, Harry Kane's got a lot to prove after this injury.
100%. There's one here. I don't really want to talk about him, but we've got to give him a bit of credit because for the time he was here, Luis Suarez, he was a bit of a madness, scoring stupid goals from all over, like 45 yards out, and just ridiculous goals. 69 goals, 110 games, 0.63 goals per game. The goal against Newcastle, I'll always remember. I think it was the left back. All the way on his chest, went around Tim Krul and slotted it in. I think Liverpool fans were gutted when he went to Barca. Liverpool fans were gutted, but yeah, it was. I think he's probably one of their all-time great strikers, even though he was only there for like a few years.
Yeah, that's what amazes me. Like being there for 3 years and proved so much at Liverpool. Again, goals in every sort of format. Whether it's with his head, whether it's with a cheeky, chest down and turn against Newcastle, volley 45 yards. That's got everything. Again, if he'd have stayed on, I think like he didn't have the height, but apart from that, I mean everything. But he went from Liverpool to being great there to then going to Barcelona, elite level, and being great there as well. That means he's even better. So massive credit. I know you actually don't want to talk about it, but Suarez, if he was there for longer, well up there, absolutely well up there.
100%.
He doesn't quite make the top 5. I've got him down as number 6. I've got Drogba ahead of him because Drogba was there for a bit more longer.
Yeah, you have to bring longevity into it. And on that note, this guy was he was there for 6-7 years, I suppose. Cristiano Ronaldo. Some say he's the greatest ever player of the game of all time. While he was at United, 84 goals, 196 games, 0.43. Now, so with Ronaldo, he wasn't even a striker, like, ever for United. He was always a winger. There was always an actual identifiable striker on the pitch, whether it was Rooney or Tevez. He never actually played, even obviously played with Ruud as well and Oli. He never played as an out-and-out striker, but still got ridiculous numbers. And obviously, we've seen what he's done after he left. we won't go into that, but he was just, for me, when I was watching United, I would literally, as soon as he got the ball, every time get off my seat. And there's not many players in world football in history that can do that. Ronaldinho, maybe Zidane, but there's not many that make you actually get off your seat and you want to see exactly what he's going to do next because you're just mesmerised by every touch, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Game changer, when he got the ball. He started off really slow at United. I don't know if you remember his first 2 or 3 seasons, at least 2 seasons, he wasn't all that. He was giving the ball away a lot. You remember Gary Neville famously said it. He didn't get on with Ronaldo. He was telling him to pass the ball more, but he had this all about himself sort of figure. But then when he found his mark, he got going. Oh my God, just a game changer massively. I mean, if you're talking about, obviously we're talking about Premier League goal scorers here. So he doesn't come at the top near Shearer and me, but as a player, he tops them all day long.
Yeah, Ballon d'Or as well. He got the Ballon d'Or while he was there in 08. You know, how many of the others won a Ballon d'Or? I don't think any of them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you're right. Van
Nistelrooy came third. Van Nistelrooy, nah. I think Henry came third or second one year to Ronaldinho or something, but Shearer definitely never won it. Drogba never got it. Ruud never got it. So I think he's the only one in that list. But again, because of his all-round kind of play, he was just, that 08 year, 42 goals in the league, it was just ridiculous, wasn't it?
Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, he's a different kettle of fish. He just, because he doesn't come all the way at the top of the list because of the time that he was in the Premier League for, but he found his mark, and then he left in that season. You know, he started really, he went to Madrid. So, but if he'd carried on, just imagine what the Premier League would have been like if it had Ronaldo.
We would have won loads more titles. Chelsea would have won that title in the year after he left, 100%.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. We did struggle. It was a blow. Ronaldo, I believe, but
Viva Ronaldo. But yeah, you know, with no football now, you know, it gives us a bit of time to reflect on stuff like this. Hopefully, football's back. Not before long. It's looking like FIFA have announced that they're going to allow every football association to determine themselves when they want to, or how, you know, whenever they want to continue the league. So it's going to be an indefinite suspension for now, or postponement. But yeah, man, it is what it is. Not a lot we can do about it, is there? I was just saying. Obviously, with the lack of football now, there's not a lot we can do about it. But hopefully, it's back before not too long, because we do miss it, don't we?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. It needs to come back. I mean, in a way, it is good, like you said, so because we can just take a bit of time out. Sometimes you need a bit of time out. Just spend some time with family and kids, and just do things that you normally don't have the time for because football takes over.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's good. But yeah, we need it back in our lives. You know, football, it brings everyone together. You know, brings a conversation on Monday mornings when you go back to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. But what you should do then, like for this season, if they do take this virus thing, is the lockdown is going to go until let's say August or even July. Null and void. What do you think?
I don't know. I think they're going to continue the way it's looking, because there's so much money involved. Whatever decision they make, money will be at the heart of it, and the TV rights, there's like 800 million involved there. So I think that they are going to finish it. I just don't know when it's going to be. I'd say maybe like August time, maybe, I don't know. But there's like rumours of playing it behind closed doors. But yeah, we'll have to see, man. But no, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. It was a good chat. I think we covered the top 10 in a bit of detail there. That's all for now, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Affy, we'll see you next time on this. Yeah.
Take care, Paul.
Yeah, man. In a bit. Thank you.
Take care, mate.
Bye.